When Arsenal missed out on the signing of Mudryk for £95 million, there was a lot of panic within Arsenal fans. There was a lot of anger at the club for not being able to complete a deal for such a talented winger at the time. However, we have all been proved wrong. With the acquisition of Leandro Trossard for around £27 million, it looks like one of the best deals in this club's recent history, with many stating we have dodged a bullet not signing Mudryk and securing the services of Brighton's winger. Let's add a bit of perspective first. 28 years old, never really had eye-catching stats. Leandro Trossard didn't seem really lucrative to us at the time. There were times he was on the fringes of even the Brighton first team squad. So what were we to expect? Him to come in, help us, take us to another level? Well, in some ways we can say he definitely did that. If you all remember the touches of Leandro Trossard when he came off the bench against Manchester United, it all took us by surprise. That brilliant tight control. People were saying he's like the likes of Santi Cazorla, Alexis Sanchez. We hadn't seen somebody with such close control and brilliant accuracy within his dribbles. He was even involved for the winning goal that Eddie Nketiah scored, and all was forgotten. Everybody completely forgot that we were chasing Mudryk all summer, and there was a new hero born by the name of Leandro Trossard. That wasn't even it though, because he contributed massively, bagging 3 assists in the first half against Fulham, setting a record in the Premier League. That, along with a fantastic assist for Gabriel Martinelli away to Leicester, Leandro Trossard was really finding his feet for Arsenal. Even coming off the bench against Brentford, it looked like he had secured all 3 points. If it wasn't for a dodgy VAR decision, Arsenal would have walked away from that game as Leandro Trossard the hero. His first campaign with the Gunners, half a season, ended with 10 assists and 1 goal. Really worthy of somebody that came in for £27 million in January. And although we didn't bring the title home, it did look like a real bargain. As for Mudryk, he only registered 2 assists and 0 goals in the half season he had with Chelsea. It was looking like a spectacular steal from the Gunners. Fast forward to this season where Leandro Trossard has really been given the freedom to be himself, create, score goals. He's been playing so well that Arsenal fans are calling for him to start games, even ahead of the feisty Brazilian Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. Trossard has added a different dimension to our squad. Brilliant finishing, brilliant tight dribbling, and consistency. Every game it seems like he exits the game with at least a goal or assist, and that's something you need. You need a player in your squad that will always put up numbers, no matter if they're playing bad overall or they're playing good overall. Trossard is currently on 15 goals and assists combined for Arsenal this season. With most of those coming off the bench, he's given us another dimension even off the bench. He's able to change games, impact them. Prime example of this is Everton away from home. The Gunners were really struggling to create opportunities, and Leandro Trossard turns up with an absolutely exquisite finish into the top left corner. He had the technique, composure to execute it and give us those valuable 3 points. Let's move to the Champions League, one of the toughest competitions in club football, but Leandro Trossard just fit the competition like a glove, grabbing himself 4 goals and 1 assist, and a crucial equaliser against Bayern Munich, which unfortunately wasn't enough for us to go through overall. Leandro Trossard just has it. He has the aura to come into games and impact them. He's by far the best finisher at the club, and one of the best finishers in world football currently. It would not be ridiculous to say that. Mikel Arteta himself has come out to praise Leandro Trossard for his versatility, his tight control and his quick steps. He has a trait which is so needed in our squad. He really does remind me of Alexis Sanchez and Santi Cazorla with the way he takes the ball and is able to manipulate it at certain times. Coupled with the fact that he wears the number 19 shirt once worn by Santi Cazorla, you can't really blame me for having this sort of view on him. Against Wolverhampton, another prime example of Leandro Trossard saving Arsenal. The game was drifting, Arsenal were huffing and puffing, trying to find a way through Wolves. It looked like there was no way through them, but Leandro Trossard comes up with that bit of magic and brilliance, strikes it into the top right hand corner, and it's a finish I think I would remember for a really long time, because I think he single-handedly won us that game in the end with that moment of brilliance and magic. Every team that wants to win the title always has that player that can turn the game on its head with one moment, and that's been Leandro Trossard for us this season. And I don't think I'll forget his contribution this season if we were to go on and win that title. You don't really see him talked about by Arsenal fans or by pundits. He quietly gets on with his business. But I feel like he needed a bit of praise for what he's been doing for this club, especially with how poor the likes of Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus have been this season, with their finishing in particular. The way Leandro Trossard has stepped up to the plate, delivered, is really, really impressive. And I do think he has a place in this team currently, whether that's on the left or through the middle. He's equally effective. And of course, this is another one of his fantastic traits, which Mikel Arteta has talked about, his ability to play anywhere across the front line and in the 8 position. He just fits it like a glove. He's the perfect attacker. And yes, he may be getting older, but us as Arsenal fans need to appreciate the senior players and that we have a really, really young squad. So having the likes of Leandro Trossard, who have had a lot of experience playing at this level, is vital, because our younger players at times can be really rash in their end product. So having that Trossard maturity is very much needed. Anyway, that's how I'm going to end the video, guys. And I just want to leave you with one thing. Leandro Trossard, Mr. Underrated. We need to start taking note of the contributions he has done this season.